Mm-hmm. Got some gents in here. All right, guys. MGTOW Absolute Knowledge in the house. Freddy Krueger, Batman Beyond, 6'4" monk, beautiful life from Laguna Beach. I think I just announced that me and Batman are going to do something tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Going to have a little collaboration. He just did one with Freaky Jersey and Chronicles of AJ. I really like that setup and how it went. It was a great discussion. Anyhow, back from Mexico. Thought I would throw out a live stream because I am going to do something on Friday, which I don't think, well, maybe I'll do something early. Mr. Blade Monk Travels in the house. Where's Mr. Blade Monk Travels from? All right. Here's the deal. Red pill is your ticket to what? Right? And we keep talking about it. It's not, we get to the red pill because of something. 99% of it is basically female based. Our eyes are open, blah, 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 blah. We get it. But the red pill is not about living in that life of, you know what happened. It's about making the decision to move forward. It all happened to all of us. It sucked. We've all been thrashed, right? We've been chewed up by a system. We thought one thing and we experienced the other. So we decide, based on what we've been through, what kind of life we want to lead. Is that life going to lead us to freedom? Or are we going to make the same decisions again? And this could be anything. This could be education. This could be even following. Hey, go be an accountant. Go be a doctor. Go be a lawyer, an engineer. They make great money. But if that's not your passion, you're going to hate it. But you listen to someone saying, hey, they've got all this advice on how you can have a great life and how much money you can make. But if you hate it, again, you're not living a red pill life. Do the things that you love to do, right? And it goes with women. Fans off the wall, great shoes. Luigi Spaker in the house. Let's jump in. I always wonder how the Mexican brothel work. I don't know. I don't want to even know. Freedom. Sup, Brad, Silverback Savage. You live in your words in Mexico. Proud of you, brother. It's always a fun time in Mexico. Originally Louisiana, now Houston, around November, traveling to who knows where, Mr. Blake. Great. Been to those places as well. Cyprus, Willis, Texas, BR, New Orleans. Good places. So anyhow, getting back to the issue. So you take this knowledge of what you know, of what you desire, what you want in life, and you go live that life, and you become who you decide to be. Now, let's throw in a female. Let's throw in a relationship. Are you going to get back into a marriage after a difficult divorce? After your eyes have been woken up? Are you going to do that? Are you going to find yourself in the same situation, because we've talked about most gals today are not recommended, or actually most relationships based on society's deep programming. So if you know that, we keep hammering this, all these channels hammer this. Cesar, what up, yo? Cesar is from California. MGTOW, absolute knowledge. That red pill alpha friend goes out the window once she calls the cops. I would agree with that. Anyone back in marriage just doesn't get it. Well, there's no reason to get into marriage ever again, even in your 40s and 50s. In your 30s, if you've already done it, it doesn't have the ROI. It's we all grew up thinking having marriage, maybe having kids, building a family, going the mile would pay dividends, and it's just not safe anymore. It's too risky. The rewards aren't there, especially with all of the screens that adorn every single one of us, our phones, our computers, you name it. Jeremy Kemp, the red pill isn't just about women. Bingo. But life in general, everything is effed in the system. Chase your dreams and purpose. Thank God I found this information at 21 years old. You are way ahead of the game. Now, to the youngsters, I say this. There would folks be living in a red pill advantage, not even knowing what it was. However, the guys that are making content that have gone through this had to go through this so that this information is going to trickle down to the younger generations. So without any of us going through this, there probably wouldn't be a strong, consistent platform to talk about these issues. And these issues, as you said, Gerald Kemp, tell me where you're from, is the fact that it's awareness. It's the decision to live your life on your terms. If anybody asks me, what is red pill? I just said it. It is this decision to live your life on your terms. To be with a woman if you choose to be with her. To not be with a woman if you choose not to be it. If you want to be monk, perfect. If you want to stack bills and learn skills, perfect. Be a strong man, because strong men create. Weak men take. And so that is the decision. It's not about bashing ladies. It's not about bashing. It's about understanding the field that we're playing on. It's as simple as that. And you choose if you want to play on this field of programming or not. And if you do, you understand the risks and the rewards. Official CPA checking in. The gym right now, lifting, heading to Switzerland in 2 weeks. Had enough in the U.S. Got to blow off some steam on some Swiss cheese. Men first. That's my brother. Getting out and exploring. Let us know how Switzerland is when you're over there. Excited to see your experiences when you come back. Freddy Krueger, it doesn't matter if you're alpha or beta as long as you look good to women. I don't think that is wrong at all, my friend. I think looks have a lot to do with a lot of things. And I also think confidence is important as well. There was plenty of rage before Stoicism. I would agree. Change can be painful. Change is very painful. Most humans like the easy way out. We don't like to change. Most people are scared of change, scared of moving, changing new jobs, changing new careers. Red pill is life is so healthy and smart, growing rapidly, says R. I would agree. Like a job away from work, not worth it. See ya. See ya. Love it. If the silent generation, baby boomers and Gen X had this technology we have now, they'd be doing the same thing too. And I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and me and Batman are close friends. Been to Raleigh, but you're right. I mean, that's the reality. There was a book written in 1985 called The Predatory Female, which talked a lot about females and kind of the modern day woman 40 years ago, what to look out for. It talked about the Christian woman being basically a chameleon. It's an easy read. I have a video that links that book, but it just gives men the signals to look out for. Remember, we're bamboozled by looks and beauty. Beautiful woman. We overlook a lot of the personalities. And I saw a ton of people in Mexico. I saw a bunch of Kermit the Frogs and Miss Piggies. I got to do a video on Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy, I tell you that. Kermit the Frog is the modern day cartoon character of Forrest Gump. Kermit Gump, right? Miss Piggy, she was a mouthy, badly made woman that just ran his ass all over the place. You guys remember that? Miss Piggy? And she thought she was a princess. She was a 49er. Or maybe a 39er with that pig nose. But she ran Kermit all over the place. But anyhow, I saw a bunch of couples that literally, we saw some couples that were decent, but the people watching down at Mexico this time, with all of the simps, with women that were for the streets, and men that were simping after them and thirsting after them. Even Mexican couples, same thing. I mean, guys, we talk about the world's flat. The internet's changed everything. So there you go. Married woman's giving me strong choosing signals. Why is she doing this? She wants your attention, Mr. Freddie. First and foremost, her husband is drying her out, and you are, as Greg Adams says, she's getting. Let's see, what does Greg Adams say? Her husband drying her out like the Sahara Desert. You walk by, she wetter than Niagara Falls. That's why she wants your attention. Wondering if I should start plate spinning, says Nick. I think I can, but not sure if I'm aware of all the risks. Just know your risks and the rewards. And we go from there. There's a lot of talk about, I think there's channels that talk about what to do and how to do it, but what are the risks doing single moms? I did a video on that. Be very careful. Just be very careful in all situations. Literally. Got a sad story from today. Some old lady telling her son that she's the dad's boss. When he grows up, his wife will be the boss. Ooh. Is that the truth? Is that the truth? Well, the future's female. I've seen a bunch of those shirts. I don't think we want to have a future female. I think it takes. We're out of the gender roles, but that's right now. That's society's programming. Females are better than men, right? No, we just have different roles. That's all we have. Matt Danner's in the house. I know a Gen Xer like myself is everything under control. Huh. There you go. Gen X, a wonderful generation and an amazing band. Red Mind Man in the house. Hey, Rad, good to see you, brother. Good channel. Waiting for your video on red flags. If you have not seen Red Mind Man's channel, check it out. He did a video of his green flags for his wife. Listen to it in Mexico. The sad part is that this fake reality is made by us men. We created Gucci, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, and all the material stuff alongside the buildings, sidewalks, etc. Might as well enjoy this. I think you're onto something. We made it. We allowed it. We built it. Right? I was in a public setting, couldn't set it straight. Says MGTOW absolute knowledge. Timmy Kramer in the house. Forever Bachelor. My brother and I took a 23-year-old out for lunch and beers. After 18 months of marriage, he got thrown out on his ass. Suicide was on his mind. Men are stopped in their tracks when they are rejected. That is why these channels are helping men to understand that they are not alone. Right? Good for you helping him out. That's for damn sure, Timmy. He does have freedom. Single moms may very well be experienced at screwing men over. Just think about her baby daddy husband. She's probably already learned the system, hence more dangerous. There's that line in Nothing But a G Thing by Snoop and Dr. Dre. She's earning, learning, and burning her man. I just think that summed it up. Absolutely. Check his channel out. MGTOW Absolute Knowledge channel as well. Nasty old lady, you could tell she was a dried up feminist with a cucked marriage. Most are. Has anybody seen a feminist that's attractive? I've never seen one. Do you know why? Because the moment they open their mouth, they become ugly as sin. You get out of life what you tolerate. Rich Cooper, Jordan Goss. I used to watch Rich Cooper a lot. Maybe like 2 years ago. He had some good stuff. But you're right. It's all about decision. It's not about hating. And it's irritating. I get these channels. Oh, you're such a bitter old man. You're so angry. Who hurt you? For 400 Trebek. And it's like you go through. It's like, we don't hate women. You idiots. We don't hate them. We understand how to navigate life with women in our world. I have friends that are girls. Yes, I know the whole story about you can't be friends with girls. I get it. I have sisters that are girls, 3 of them and a mother. And I have a daughter. And then my daughter is very similar to the modern day woman. Grew up with screens. Okay? Work with women. Been with women. Date women. Don't have a problem with women. But I decide how to navigate life. Simple as that. You navigate with them or without them. You choose. There's no right or wrong answer. But if you do choose to navigate life with a woman, know the risks and the rewards of the modern day woman. And hopefully she's in the 1% to 2%. Why do women say no hookups? Never ever believe what they say. Only what they do. Most likely. They typically say that, Freddie. Usually on all the dating apps. I'm in sales. It's so obvious how many dudes are cucked by their wives. I would agree with you, my brother. Same with me. You're definitely saying the truth. Suzanne Fleming from Florida. Hi, Rad. Miss Piggy is pretty typical. MGTOW and the red pill are changing society. I had somebody that just reached out. I think I might have mentioned this last week or something. A woman that says she's WGTOW, WGTOW. And she wanted to do a collab with me. And I thought to myself, be an interesting collaboration. And it's not the fact that men going their own way doesn't say women shouldn't go their own way either. Women should make their own decisions in life, right? But it was just a very interesting idea that, again, men going their own way, people downplay MGTOW. They call us a bunch of incels or angry men or a man going his own way is deciding how to navigate his life by understanding new elements of awareness. He's understanding what roles females play, what role the government should play in his life, what role a career should play in his life. A man that understands that he has the power to have a great life and experience life probably is not going to spend 100 hours a week in an office building with a bunch of people over him that piss him off. He's going to say, you know what, that $50,000 a year job that allows me to take off for 3 months out of the year to Alaska, that sounds much better, right? We don't need a lot of stuff. So the red pill wakes you up, and Suzanne, you nailed it, right? It is changing. The more you understand this, it's changing how you think about life. And hopefully it gets you off the programming. She wasn't too bad looking with her clothes on, but she was pulling the female boss card hard. She was nasty. Been around a lot of them gals and my work, make to absolute knowledge. Enough with breast cancer awareness. I like breasts as much as the next type, but enough already. Never heard anything about prostate awareness. Not a lot for the male cancers. Not a lot for the male cancers. Women teach their sons to respect women, but don't teach their daughters to respect men. I think you hit on the head. A woman a girl that grew up that does not respect her father will never respect a man. And you're absolutely right. It's a double standard, Freddie. Very well said. If that Kool-Aid is poison, then a feminist is at large, seeking to destroy the male population. Never let a woman cohabitate with you. Feminists are women who weren't attractive enough so they can have to make men the enemy because they can't fitness them for resources and the lifestyle they want. I think they've realized they're done, so they have to beat up men. Beat up men, right? Destroy the man. They can't get a man. I mean, I've never seen an attractive feminist. They usually say that when they are ready to settle down for beta bucks is also a way to sound more virtuous than they are. It's just BS and it isn't literally true. Well, I've always said most women like douchebags or doormats. And they like the douchebags for very little time. And I think they like him for both. I think they get tired of the beta bucks because he's a simp. He's a yes man. Women like to be told no. Women like a strong man that says no and says what and stands by what he believes. If she's not pursuing you, she's not interested. Wise words, Mr. Freddie. Stephen Greco in the house. Good to see you around. How was Mexico? Enjoyed it. Did a couple videos. Lots of tacos. Some great Italian food. Lots of tequila. Great time sitting on the beach. People watching. Swimming. I'm telling you. And I got burnt. And I was under the umbrella most of the time. It's like you go out in the water so effing hot that the water and the salt, it's like a concoction just to burn. And I tan quick. So, but it was great. A little bit hot, a little humid. A lot of people this time. Lots of people. Lots of girl trips. Lots of girl trips down there. We're sitting at Gus Tacos, and which is right downtown, which is my favorite taqueria. And vans of women jumping out, bachelorette parties and all that stuff. And I kept thinking to myself, someone's getting piped down tonight or this week, right? I think that people are waking up, but there are still plenty of painfully unaware people out there. MGTOW absolute knowledge. Would agree with that 100%, brother. I'm walking around CVS's Beautiful Life. CVS Pharmacy. Unless it's something else. Beta bucks is credit card debt. A beta buck provider believes the more he spends, the more she's into him. And I would say the more you give, the less you get. Ask FJT about that one. Freaky Jersey tells. He spends nothing on them. They like a strong man that says no until she has him. A strong man that says no can only keep her interest if he says no to commitment to her. Realizing this was a big light bulb moment for me. Well, a man, look, this is what they said. I mean, Jordan Peterson did a deal on this. An agreeable man is a weak man in the eyes of a woman. A man that keeps giving in, keeps doing everything she wants, is a sign of weakness to a woman because he is agreeable. He is easy. He is easy to bulldoze. And I don't want to use the word bulldoze, but easy to get what she wants. A strong man that says no is very attractive to a man because he stands firm on his foundation that his decision is where he's going to go and doesn't give a damn. That is very attractive to a woman. How do I know that? Because I have sisters. Because I've proven it. You just stand on your commitment and the confidence you have in what you want to do and how you want to do it. It's as simple as that. Women want to be led. They want to be part of the team. Most women do not want to be the pilots. You want to know who wants to be the pilot? The feminist. And where did that get her? She's sitting behind a computer screen right now, trolling all these channels, drinking her Franzia box wine, probably a white Zinfandel, that crap wine, and having 3 cats jump all over her while she's angry and bitter and her kids don't talk to her. Any red snapper? Are you talking about the fish? All right, let that comment go. Don't suffer from the dry heat, Rad. Health is important to us. You're absolutely right. Drink a lot of Wawa. FJT is in the house. Good to see you. We just talked about FJT just did the collab with Batman. Good stream about topics of today and the history of FJT. Very good, brothers. Beta bucks equals more spending, money spending, and subservience. Ain't that the truth? It's Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog is the biggest beta in the cartoon world. Can you be ugly to some women and Chad to other women? Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. This guy walked in the store and said he was about to celebrate his 30-year anniversary. You can tell his T levels were at an all-time low. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy, MGTOW, absolute knowledge. I think that's just what marriage does that. Marriage pacifies the man, especially if there's kids involved. Laura Cecilia Obrigado. Hi, Rad. I'm Brazilian and I have been red pilled. Would you say women only behave the way they do because men allow them to? Yes, I would say that. The majority, 99% of it. And how did you find my channel? Did you find it through Macho Toxico? But welcome. And what does being red pilled to you mean as a woman? Spend as little on them as possible. They aren't entitled to your money. If you don't want to pay, then don't pay. She'll respect you more when you tell her no. There are very, very few good women that actually give to the men that they like. And most are takers. Programming, right? Are they programmed to take? Are they programmed to seek the resources of men? Is that what society has taught them? Is that how their mother was? You know, back in the 30s and 40s, women did a lot of stuff. They worked hard. They were aged by 30 years old. They looked like they were 60 because they had to cut the wood. They had to make the dinner, wash the clothes, you know, fix the log cabin that was falling apart while the man's out in the field plowing. And then when he came home at night, had to take care of him. Women put in their fair share of work, you know, 80 years plus. You know, they earn their keep. There was no divorce back then. You got married to bring your resources together to actually survive. That's why you got married. There's no such thing as survival anymore. The survival mentality is not around anymore. The mentality is, hey, for most women, now again, there's a 1% to 2%, and people can argue with me, but I agree there's a 1% to 2% of women out there that are decent or worthy enough to potentially include in your universe. 98% are looking what they can get out of man, what they can get out of life, how they compete with other women. Find a woman that does not compete. Find a woman that grew up in a strong or has respect for the father. Right? But you're right, FJT. Is that a Poland Spring lime? This is an Arrowhead lemon. I like seltzer water. The flood of RP TikTok videos going our own way is more than 15-second soundbite memes. Be thoughtful and don't get caught in echo chambers, not hating because they are doing good. Gotcha. I've seen a lot of these new TikToks, but I don't have TikTok. The same women are always on dating apps, delete your accounts, then go back after a year. The same women are on there. Well said. Saifu is in the house. I saw your wedding video. Saifu, hope things are going good for you. 30-year anniversary, no bass in his voice and very timid. You can tell his wife runs the show, probably cheats on him every so often on top of it. Did I tell you my last trip to Cabo about that gal that bought me a beer and she was married? That husband was sitting across the table and very attractive woman. And I said, man, if you were not alone, you'd be going back with me tonight. And she kind of laughed and basically shook her head. So anyhow, the guy gets up. Well, she bought me a beer. I'm sitting at the bar. This gal buys me a beer. She's with 10 other people. I have no idea. I thought she was alone. I come to find out she's sitting with her husband and brother-in-law and kid and so forth. She buys me a beer. So I go, thank you. The bartender says, that girl over there bought you a beer. Oh, thank you. And I motion, hey, come over here. So she comes over. I'm talking to her, blah, blah, blah. Find out she's married. And I said, wow, if you weren't married, we'd be doing something different. She laughed. And then at the end of the night, she leaves, and the husband is in the back paying the bill. He bought me the beer. And he's like saying hi to me and so forth. I mean, talk about simp, no testosterone at all. Let's see where we're at. How do you not get emotionally attached to women? Well, understand that the feelings you feel are just chemicals. That's it. Attach, this is who you get emotionally attached to, yourself. You put yourself first. And hey, if you like a gal and she's a part of your life, then enjoy the second and know that anytime that relationship can expire very quickly. There's two people involved. Billy Michaels, women will be submissive to their work managers in order to climb the corporate ladder, and also to their boyfriends in order to get the wedding cash and prizes. Good to have you, Billy, and where are you from? I would agree with that. Look at Kamala Harris. She is the second most powerful person on the planet. And how did she get there? Do we know? Willie Brown for 400 Trebek. Mr. Blade Monk Travels. This is why I became monk, because freedom is better than Needham. Whatever life you live, Mr. Blade, is on your terms, and that is the awareness and decision that the red pill brings. Simple as that. The majority of women are submissive until they're not, says FJT. They are submissive until they're not. Solid facts. 98% of today of women are getting zero training on becoming a future wife. Timmy Kramer 2000. Cooking, cleaning, taking care of babies. The list goes on. Men and boys must wake up to this fact if they actually marry. That's what Kevin Samuels was talking about the other. I was watching one of his videos. Talked about men want to fit women. I think submissive, compassionate, two other characteristics. But yeah, they want a woman that can be a wife, that can cook, that can do the things that we like that in a woman. We like that in a woman. I don't understand where this, I know where it came from. But women today believe that being a housewife and a mother is like being a garbage man. It's the best thing a woman could do in this life. The best thing a woman could bring to the table, right there. Without women being housewives and mothers, there would be no us. We need them. But we don't need them to be feminist and mouthy and and carrying around a bad attitude every day, right? Well said, Timmy. My wife was here and the surgeon declared me cancer-free. Oh, good to hear that, brother. Good to hear that. Happy that everything's good. Happy that everything's good for you. I want to ask out this waitress I like, but I think she'll say no because I'm fat. Don't put your future in the hands of a woman. She thinks you're fat, so be it. Who cares? There's others out there if you want to go on dates. I deliberately made an emotional attachment to my wife, who I no longer have to be a victim to any woman. Gotcha. Well, you're living your life. See you later, Matt. You're living your life, Saifu, on your own terms. And that is what the red pill brings. Again, if you want to live your life, navigate, with a woman or without a woman, that's in your terms. And how you live with a woman, whether that's apart, hopefully not together. There's not a lot of good reasons to live together. More of them outweigh the good ones. It's just, I believe that familiarity will basically break that down and expire like yogurt. Now, how you navigate life with women is your business, with or without them. That's what this whole decision is. You live your life on your terms, guys. Red pill is the decision to live an amazing life. You going to take it? Or are you going to let the government, education, the career, relationship, people shaming you to follow a life that doesn't make you happy? Simple as that. Pablo Escobar was fat. Look how many women he got. Back in the day, being fat showed you were rich. So, Spike's in the house. Good to see you. Lord Hybrid is in the house. We only need women for SCCKS and mothering. Other than that, we don't need them. For the majority, I would agree. Unless you have a really good connection. Laura Cecilia, your channel is recommended to me. This is the type of content I've been consuming the most. It brings awareness and it's life-changing. Good for you. How does red pill affect your life? How do you deal with relationships? I'm living the second half of my life hogging the ball, taking all the shots, and running isolations play. Word life. There you go. Word life, where are you from? Good to have you. Yeah, absolutely. You're hogging the ball. You don't need to pass the ball because someone told you to pass the ball. You got the ball. That's the red pill. Don't invest, don't get emotional, you won't get attached. Stop going 4 or 5 rounds just to please a chick. Sex addiction is a real mental and bodily addiction. MGTOW absolute knowledge. Speaking from experience, RP rage and malaise severity is directly correlated to lack of investment in self. Ooh, 100%. The pit is deeper and the dark is blacker if you enter a red pill without a sense of self. Guys, you work on yourself. It's as simple as that. You work on your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and financial self. You get out of debt. You get those thoughts out of your head that put you in debt. Get those thoughts out of your head. The deep program is going to take some time. The best thing to do is get your ass out and move it around. Go to the gym. Ride your bike. Go play basketball with your bros. Go on a hike. Do the things that make you happy. Sitting around a computer all day and thinking life will be better ain't going to help you. The best screen is the screen of life that's outside in nature. Well said, Red Mind Man. See, one thing I know for sure, I don't want a gray divorce like I've seen other men endure. Oof. I would not recommend that. Hey, Rad, I was with you in spirit on that beach. Good for that. Oh, great. Lisa Smith. Good to have you all the way from Kansas City. Dead Truther walking. Happy to hear that. Lots of brothers struggling with the other C word. Yes. MGTOW Life. I think he has been, I think he's over the hump. He's ready to get back to work in 2 months. I think he's doing well. But yeah, you're right. We don't know. Disease is a mind not at ease. So however we've felt, maybe it's been a divorce, maybe it's been a relationship, maybe it's been sadness or depression, and it manifests in certain ways. So our mental state is important. Red Mind Man said it right. We got to take care of that mental state. The importance of self isn't told enough. There's a book called Love Yourself If Your Life Depends on It. As if your life depends on it. Kamal somebody. Guy wrote a book, real easy to read, 5-10 minutes. And it's all about, he just said to himself, I love myself, like 100 times in the morning, afternoon, and his life changed because he began a love affair with himself in that he was good enough, that he wasn't, it's basically red pill knowledge. I'll try to link it down. If anyone can look at that book right now, Love Yourself As If Your Life Depends on It. It's got a weird name. Okay, hold on. If red pill brings freedom, the black pill reveals truth. There you go. As men, we must push forward the light brighter than the darkness, and then it'll outdo the wickedness, but only if good men do that which is necessary for the advancement of life. In my humble opinion, says Lebiggy. Hope I said that right. I'd agree. There is no such thing as darkness. It's the absence of light. Pablo Escobar was probably fat because of the stress, also could afford to eat whatever he wanted. He didn't get off that roof in Medellin quick enough, did he? Too fat. Word Life all the way from Chicago with MGTOW Cowboy. A couple other guys too. Hey, Rad and all. Got back from Denver last week. Art Red Pill has given me the courage to travel alone. Barely good tennis. There you go. Very good. I think that's great. It's pushing people to move through their life differently. It's deciding that you're more important. It's deciding that your sense of self is more important. The red pill brings clarity. Rad, you sound hurt and bitter. You need to get yourself a Filipina Noel. I want that Filipina that was on your channel where you called her out and said, so you just basically want to get the guy's resources. That was great. If you marry a Filipina, you will marry her family. And you will pay, if you pay for the Filipina, you'll pay for her family. Didn't anybody see that? Who's the guy with the short neck that was on that 90 Day Fiancé? He went over to the Philippines. Watch that story. If that ain't the truth, that's JT. Remember that the best views come after the hardest climb. Ooh, solid nuggets of wisdom, Saifu. Also, I just started as an assistant coach for the girls' tennis team, pursuing my best self as a teacher and mentor. Red pill is not hatred, only understanding. Yes. There's a lot of this red pill, black pill, and I get it. And there's just I get confused. FJT was talking about this on Batman stuff, but the red pill, the black pill, you can't date if you're a red pill dating coaches, black pill. I just think here's the deal. Whether it's red pill or black pill, you decide how you run your life. How are you going to navigate life? Do you include women or not? Do you follow the government's COVID or vaccine process? Do you do what they say? Do you follow your own belief system? Do you follow a religious belief system? I mean, religion as well as in red pill awareness. Are you kidding me? Timmy Kramer, I'm 56, and whenever I meet a guy older than myself, I always ask this question: should I get married? Almost always I get the answer, nope. It always makes me chuckle. Ain't that the truth, Timmy? God, 56 years still. Look at Timmy. He's all buffed up, living his best life. Self-discovery and self-development is a man's ticket to paradise, my brother. T-Talks in the house. Good to have you. Rad, John Boston. We got John Boston in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for the warm, welcoming words. Women will maintain the relationship harder and harder until they end it or until they hand you the scissors to end it. Cheaper groceries. Can't deny that. John Boston, women will strategize. Black pill is truth with no way out, no solution. Red pill is truth with few answers. Interesting. I don't get all bent out of shape between the pills. It's all about awareness, guys. And a man going their own way is a man choosing how he lives his life. I mean, it's not negative. It's as simple as that. A man going his own way. A man that does not want to be with a woman goes his own way. A man that does wants to go his own way. And a man that understands the reality of somebody in that life is a smart man. The man that continues the process and recycles the next relationship from the previous one, because that's what they're doing. A guy that runs back to divorce or to marriage is only recycling the last relationship into the next one. And as we all know, the recycling does not work. It takes more energy to recycle a plastic bottle than it does to create a new one and dispose of the second one. Same here on That Great Divorce. I'm 40 and don't ever want to go through it. I do not suggest going through a divorce, my friends. Aaron Patrick, everyone keeps saying I'm hurt because I want to be a lifelong bachelor. It's the programming. It's the programming. People don't understand at all. I would agree. You are generating that light in your own so you and others can see the path clearly. Clarity comes from knowing, right, Saifu? No neck head. That's right. That guy had no neck. I remember when he was like in the Filipina house and he was showering or something in like this little corner and they gave him a bucket. I thought that was interesting. Guy wakes up, don't marry Asian women. 3 guys I know did that and 3 divorces. Again, recycling for a potentially new, it's just another recycled relationship. That's all it is. Same relationship, different hair color and name. Lookout Mountain by myself made me reflect on life and my purpose. Lookout Mountain. Beautiful life. I had a man approach me and made sure I knew he was rich and gives women whatever they want. If I had no morals, I'd be driving a new car right now. Beautiful life with the morals. Interesting. Where was it? In Laguna Beach? I embrace the black pill and fight against entropy. Sounds strange, but it works for me. Whatever makes you happy. Right on, Rad. You rock. I am in my new office in the mountains. I am advertising for my design business and organizing my place, just doing whatever works for me. Life hit me hard, doing my thing. And that's reality. Life hits you, and then you decide. Would you rather life not hit us and we'd stay in the same constant loop of chaos and frustration, trying to figure out how to fix things which are unfixable? Might as well take the lashings as early as possible than later in life. Simple as that. We can heal from it. Will the scars be there? Of course. And the scar is only a memory, a reminder of what we choose to do. Are we going to choose to get in the same situation, or are we going to choose to allow that scar to direct us to a better life, a better version? Thanks, Ed. Good to have you, brother. I had a great talk with Batman. Yes, you did. Hit the like button. Love it. I watched The Matrix on the way home. Morpheus sunglasses remind me of Hammerhand. Yeah, they kind of do, don't they? They kind of do. Who cares about labels at the end of the day? I'm very black pill in a lot of ways. I don't believe in sugarcoating turds. I think I use the red pill in just a sense of it connects us all, right? If I was doing a channel on finding your purpose in life, I bet a lot of guys wouldn't find it. But we use it as a foundation, and the foundation doesn't include hatred. It's as simple as that. Actually, let me go back. The only people I hate are feminists. The women I know with the bus pass and Twizzlers posted a new flavor of scotch on her social media. She's going to use her Twizzlers on money booze that she get. I wonder what kind of scotch she what's the new flavor? It's probably some what are they making scotch out of these days? Probably like vanilla cream or something goofball like that. Mint chocolate chip cookie. Interesting, John. T-Tox, Eddie Money wanted 2 tickets to paradise. I only need 1. That's my favorite song to do karaoke. 2 tickets to paradise. Pack your bags and we'll leave tonight. Great song. The red pill brought me awareness and clarity of thought. The black pill gives me inspiration and strength to fit. That's what I think it is. Yeah. Red pill wakes us up. The black pill pushes us to stoicism, strength. Good way to put that, Saifu. I asked a girl out. She said she was busy for 2 weeks. If she was really interested, would she want to meet me ASAP? Sure, or she's just shit testing you, or she has so much. You got to remember, Freddie, she's got a lot of attention. What makes you different? Tennis Legend says that Morpheus was red pilled by Hammerhand. There you go. James McD. Strip clubs. I don't go to strip clubs no more. If I wanted someone to pretend to love me, I would get married again. Rodney Dangerfield. I can't get no respect. Good quote there, brother. And James, where are you from? Yeah, the labels are useful for finding info and finding like minds. That's basically it. Laura Cecilia from Brazil. Red pill is the reason why my boyfriend thinks I'm worthy of his trust, and I still don't take it for granted. I despise feminine nature. Gotcha. So you have a boyfriend, and you're the co-pilot, and he's the pilot? Is that what I'm hearing? If that is, that's great. Hammerhand is funny. Are we talking Hammerhand's channel? Butterscotch. There you go. I knew it was something goofball like that. My friend's cousin was a road manager for Eddie Money. I met him in the late 80s and hung out the day with them up in Portland, Maine. I think I remember you telling me that story. Didn't he die? Didn't he die a couple years ago? She monkey branched to me, not sure what to think. This is Halloween. Who monkey branched to you? If she monkey branched to you, she'll monkey branch away from you. Marriage is just a long-term strip club, but the only stripping going on is your dollar bills and self-respect. Again, there's so few marriages that will even worked in today's world. There were people getting married that were 20 years old. My son's got friends. He just turned 20 that are getting married. Niagara Falls, Canada. Salute the Queen for me and have a coffee, Chris. What's it like in your part of Canada? You're on the eastern side. What is that? What's Niagara Falls out in that way? It's not. It's Ontario or Quebec or something like that. There's Quebec a city. Anyhow, good to have you, brother. I told that guy to never speak about money to women when asking them out, especially in the OC. That's all they're looking for. The older women are no longer cougars. They call them saber-toothed tigers. Beautiful life. I would agree with that. I can't imagine what it'd be like to date women in the OC. Like, it's got to be, I mean, Coach Greg Adams talked about. He says it's an absolute shit show. Good luck, unless you have $1 billion and you're a massive giga chad that's a billionaire. Show on Netflix called Sex Life, amazing how a woman's thoughts, actions, although wrong, are glamorized in mainstream as normal and acceptable. Feminism, man, just lurking. Hey, I agree with you, brother. Good to have you. Where are you from? You might have been on here before. Hammer ought to call himself Sledgehammer. That's how hard the man nails it. He definitely has great content. Eddie Monty bought us booze. We were under 21 at the time. Yeah, Eddie passed away. He seemed like a cool dude. I wonder if he got divorced. Do you agree with CJ that Girls Night Out is a nuclear level shit test? We saw Girls Night Out in Mexico, lots of them. I don't know. I mean, my ex went on girls' nights to the beach with her friends, and they were all married. Who knows? It was probably just to go in a session to bash on their husbands. But you know what? I believe that women that do go on girls' trip, a majority of them do monkey branch. So, but maybe some don't. I don't think all of them do, but I think a large majority of them, when they go on girls' trips, are looking for attention. Roddy Dangerfield said you have to marry a woman who can cook because the sex will wear off, but you will always be hungry. Hey, well said, Mr. John Boston. Well said. They always have a backup plan, man. He's only one phone call away. 10 digits away. Unless he's on speed dial. Then it's one, right? Well, modern day women, those are 2-digit speed dials. He's number 49, number 50, 51. That is why some of us call him Godfather. Hammerhand brings the heat. He's got good stuff. Ontario, we are just open up to go to bars and sports, but still need to wear a mask even after the double poke. It's bonkers. Oh, that idiot Trudeau. Is that guy, he's like worse than Kermit the Frog. There's some good, solid guys in Canada. Strong men. But just the level of liberalism that Canada has allowed is ridiculous. I heard you can get, if you want to be a transgender, the Canadian medicine system will pay for it. Is that true? Pretty soon you're going to see that all the health providers in the States are going to have to pay for it. So, Ontario, good to have you, brother. Eddie was married. Interesting. One time, I catch you when I can. I appreciate the channel. Going through a divorce, let me know how blindsided most people are by feminist ways. Just lurking. Well, hang in there. If you need help, rebelagainstdefeat@gmail.com. Be more than happy to exchange conversations with you. Let you know what I did. Do women meet up right away through dating apps? Some do. A lot of them don't. A lot of them just want the attention. I've seen many women with wedding rings grinding on men at the clubs. Just saying. I bet how many married women have grinded on FJT? But quite a few. I had a married woman buy me a beer in front of her simp husband in Mexico in March. I'm wired to really enjoy helping other people. In this way, I'm very impartial, maybe too much. Not helping women is difficult for me. Part of me thinks it's okay not simping if I do it for me. Red Mind Man. Hey, however you run your life is all that matters. There's nothing wrong with being pleasant to a woman. We don't talk about hating on women. We talk about the understanding of how women are to be a part of your life. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Our brains are different. So if our brains are different and the reality of getting married or cohabiting or being in these excruciating LTRs, when it all wears off, how are you living a wonderful life? How are you living something that is going to be a benefit to you? So these channels are all about saying, hey, Rad's experience, Timmy Kramer's, FJT, John Boston, everybody, Saifu, everybody in this chat, and I've left out a lot of you guys, we share with each other how to maneuver life, sharing experiences, sharing what to look out for in everything: religion, government, education, relationships, financial places. That's what you do. We help each other navigate a life by understanding what role the government, women, relationships, education, and career. Probably send that 100 times a day. But that's it. How do you, and men don't need a lot of stuff. I can live in a van down by the river. No problem. No problem. The freedom that allows, to me, freedom to move around and to have your health is, you're the richest man in the world. You're the richest man in the world. Being able to move freely. Being able to have, the ability and skills to pay for that. Whether you have to work 3 months out of the year or 9 months out of the year, whatever. But you don't need a lot. Did you know that in the United States, I don't know wherever else, you can finance an RV. Let's just say you get a Sprinter van. You can finance an RV as a home. You can get a 30-year loan on a $100,000 RV. Cost you about, I don't know, $300 a month. How much money do you really need after $300 a month to live on? Let's say $300, $400 in food, cell phone. You're not going to have an internet connection except through your cell phone. Maybe pay some health insurance. Not a lot, guys. You can live. I mean, it's basically under the poverty line. You can live like a fucking king. Even in the U.S., it's the housing, it's the property taxes, it's the utilities you pay for living in a house that costs money. What are you paying? Gas? Big deal. Park it for a month. Get a boss. Let's see. We just talked with Redmine. They won't pay for Lyme disease or mold illness, yet they will pay to chop your nuts off. The world is messed up. All right, isn't that effed up? Isn't that effed up? You don't cut your genitals off, people. What is wrong with that situation? You don't do that. How's the house doing? Everything's going really. Call Me Coon. Call Me Coon just did a video. I can't remember the other night. Good channel as well. We got some good content creators in this forum. And we need more. We need guys to share their experience in their own creative flavor. I listen to lots of channels, and I love, I subscribe to most everyone's channel. I think I subscribe to everybody that subscribes to mine. I mean, I get content. I'm not that type of guy that's like, I'm not going to listen to him because he's repeating everything. No, we just repeat it differently. And my tone of delivery is probably different than others, but I love all different tones of delivery. So thanks, brother. What's up, Rad? Last time my coworkers were hanging out, this 49er said she'd rather me F her than another coworker. Sick flat. Well, don't do your coworker. I would advise against that. Never dip your pen in the company ink. Ever, 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 ever. Wait till she's left the company. I find I am really passionate about teaching and coaching. If I had hate, I wouldn't have pursued this position because of the group I am coaching. Good for you, brother. You're following your highest purpose. You love to coach and teach. You know that now and you're a youngster. Do it. Get out there. Going for my motorcycle license in 2 weeks in MGTOW's freedom. Good. And wear your helmet. Whatever you do, man. I knew this motorcycle instructor, lived with me, lived in Oregon, instructed 12 years. He was the one that took you around and basically passed your life. The guy was an amazing motorcycle instructor and rider, killed in a intersection. And I would avoid intersections if all possible, like go back roads or something. But there's dipshit drivers that don't see the dude, so be very careful. Cheaper groceries. Redmine man, having nobody to provide for me anymore was a huge mental hit. So I got to find those outlets of positive connection, as long as I'm aware of what's going on and not giving recklessly. Thoughts? Just do what, I would do things that bring you happiness. Get with groups, find a new hobby. Even a cooking class, learn to cook, somewhere. I think that was great. I've loved learning to cook. What has been literally, I hated cooking and I started to learn I'm going to try and make a steak. Watch a couple YouTube videos and kind of perfected. Like to make I made my own turkey dinner, like by scratch for my kids at Thanksgiving. I thought that was great. But it's accomplishing something that you didn't really know what to do. So, do that. Learn to fish. Fishing's great. There's lots of guys that love to fish, and most of the guys that go out fishing, they're strong dudes. They're positive people. You know, uh, just find things that you enjoy. You get out of the house. Like I tell everyone, go to a bar. You don't have to drink beer or whatever. Buy a soda pop, have a burger, and just look around. People watch. Just be very vigilant and observant. That's what I do. And stay positive. Know that you're the operative power, and know that when you feel like you're not doing life or life sucks, that you're giving your power away to the external. You don't want to do that. Your power's in here. Yeah, you're going to have up and down days. Maybe the clouds are dreary and gray and it kind of sucks. You can't do much. I mean, it happens, and that shit happens here. And I'm in the house again, so what I do, go to the gym. I'm going to go watch a ball game at the bar. So I'm not going to go shopping. Can't stand shopping. But that's how you jump out. I met up with women from dating apps in the past. I once met a woman the first day of talking to her after exchanging 7 messages. I've also met a girl and we hooked up within 15 seconds. FJT. Yeah. Definitely, it's not, it happens. I have a motorcyclist license, used to ride bikes. I'm a country girl at heart, loved it. Beautiful life. Laguna Beach, love it. Rad in my area here in Boston, if you want a 2-family home, you're looking at $900K for starters. I mean, do you guys know how much a mortgage is? Just say you put $100,000 down on $800,000. What is that? $5-6 grand a month? Look what taxes take. Let's say you're making $250 a year, $300,000 a year. You're basically only making $150,000 because all that shit's going to taxes. So it's expensive. Chronicles of AJ. It's good to share experiences. I would agree, brother. Good to have you. Check out Batman and Chronicle of AJ's. I listened to that too. I liked hearing your story, Chronicles. Billy Michaels, I'm from London. Our country will be getting the no-fault divorce law in April 2022. Ooh. No-fault divorce is the worst thing that's ever happened to the humanity civilization. Horrible. Billy Michaels, good to have you. London, England is the one place I named. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Love to get out there to Manchester, see some of those wonderful British bands that are my favorite. The Cult, The Smiths, The Cure, Motorhead, Def Leppard. There's great. And the Arctic Monkeys. Good music out there. Good to have you. Barely Good Tennis, gender nullification surgery, just the next step of genital mutilation, stunning and brave. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what they're doing to these kids and people. They're saying that it's not a mental illness. It's completely fine to go and slice off your genitalia. You're not in the right mind. I don't care who you are. The woman still has to have a pap smear and the man still has a prostate. You guys understand that? A man turns into a woman, still has a prostate. Still has to go and get a prostate exam. A woman still needs pap smears. It's ridiculous. Guys, remember, kids are the most spread STD in the world. I don't think you're wrong about that. Be very careful. Lost 4 subscribers, might do a video later on tonight. And they come and go. Don't worry about it. As long as you help one person, you've done a ton of work. Rad, I want to hear a friend's band. Went to hear a friend's band. This woman starts talking to me. She's drinking and telling me about her bus driver job. Busted Pillsbury biscuit can. And I felt embarrassed talking to her. She blew up like a Goodyear blimp, didn't she? She wider than she tall? That's funny, John. Red Mine Man, hell yeah, I learned how to make steak when she left me. I really perfected it. Cooking is better therapy than therapy for me. I think it's great therapy. Just learning how to make shit. Easy stuff, too. George P., all the way across the pond. You and Billy Michaels live in the same area. What can I do to avoid falling in love with women, especially the good-looking ones? Ooh. Love is just a chemical emotion that wears away. It's as simple as that. Put all of your love into yourself and know that, hey, when you spend time with her, that might be the last time you ever spend with her. Get that through your noggin. They come and go, but there's a bus every 10 minutes. Brad, your advice helped me on my Denver trip. I don't drink, but I bought a burger and became friends with the bartender as a super introvert. That meant, hey, good for you, brother. Look at you. Exercising something you've never done. That's all you got to do. Get out, talk to people, learn about life, learn about the area. I'm sure you learned about the area, right? It's all you do. I encourage people to do that. Dude, online dating sucks. Too many stuck up, average, ugly women. Ghost boy, where are you from? But yeah, it's not. It's definitely bottom of the barrel out there, guys. 99% of them. Who's making $250 per year? That's the problem. Exactly. We're going to be seeing in the future here, let's say 6 to 12 months from now, I think we're going to see a very different world, especially about the gas prices. Got home from Mexico. They're up another 10 cents. I think in the last 3 weeks, they've gone 40 or 50 cents a gallon. Now, I ain't bitching about that. I'm just watching it. It's like, it's crazy, you know? We'll have to see what happens. I met a chick from Tinder in a bar 2 minutes after we matched, picked her up, drove her to a 4-hour short stay hotel, lost hope in humanity, never saw her again. I don't think you're alone, my friend. Rip Lemmy Kilmeister. Lemmy Kilmeister, yeah. Supposedly, he used to hang out the Rainbow in LA. I don't know if Beautiful Life knows where that is. It's a kind of a real classic metal place where a lot of rock stars hung out. But I guess Lemmy was always there, like every day in the same bar. Only if I would have gotten down there to hang out with him. That dude was great. Ace of Spades, right? If you feel miserable being alone, all it takes is cohabiting with the wrong person to realize what your freedom is worth. Well said, Call Me Coon. Do you know how many people are alone in relationships? The same people think there are 53 genders and this trans nonsense is okay are the same people who say Biden won. and also say something that is jabbed in you works. I just read a report, John, and everybody, that 20% of people believe the shot has a microchip in it. Who knows, man? 3 years from now, we're going to be seeing some whacked out stuff from all these nuts. I mean, that's, again, programming. People that take that believe the government has something created that works. Come on, guys. Let's be legit. Rad, use an air fryer if you want to cook a steak quick. I do have an air fryer. I actually like that. Tater tots in 8 minutes versus 10 minutes to heat up your stove and another 15 to cook them. And then you got to flip them around. So I do love that. I've never cooked a steak in the air fryer. Tell me how should I do it? Asexual is the new woke of the wokest trend. You know, I was having this discussion with a gal abroad about people are moving into asexuality. Talk about the deprivation that's going to happen in the future, where our society is going. Man, what a shit show. Online dating is like bobbing for rotten apples. Well said, John. Well said. Back in the day, at the age of 7, my dad told me that I should know how to cook in case my wife left me. Your dad gave you very good advice, Sick. She told me about the Lookout Mountain and Trail Ridge Road in Denver. I got out of my shell and talked to a lot of people, way out of my comfort, but did it for my purpose. Well, how'd you feel? Now that you did that, you can do it again, right? Good for you, brother. From the DC area. Well, my mother she grew up in Chevy Chase. I think I talked about that the other day. Good to have you, brother. Martha's Vineyard is close to $5 a gallon. Damn. I've always wondered what Martha's Vineyard's like in Nantucket. What's it like, John? The only thing I really know about it is it looks nice and it's like Martha Stewart. And then didn't John Kennedy Jr. crash into the bay out there? MGTOW Absolute Knowledge is a smart man. He ain't getting that stupid thing. Nor me. It was definitely all a scheme. Guys, look, I'm not this massive conspiracy theorist. I also believe we didn't go to the moon, but that's just me. I just keep wondering, why the hell have we not been back to the moon, or any other country for that matter, in 50 years? It's just a little weird. I'm not going to get into it. But it is, something's weird with that VAXXX. Rad, a friend of mine, his mother-in-law passed away. She got sick 3 weeks after the second shot, then spent 3 weeks at Mass General and died with blood clots pinging all over her. Ooh. Something's wrong, guys. I mean, people are still having issues. People, supposedly the rates have gone through the roof in the last 2 weeks of this beer virus. So how is it really helping? Like, what's going on? No. Hold out as long as physically possible. Asexuality saves money. MGTOW Absolute Knowledge. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The range is a great place to blow off steam, says Lisa Smith. The smell of gunpowder is therapeutic. The price of ammo has declined a little bit. You know what I really find enjoyable? When I pull that little mental sheeting that's been expired from the pull of a TRIGGER, it's a hot, and I like to pull it out when it's hot. Something about that. But I do like the smell of the GP. Lisa Smith, old school girl right there, Gen X. Rad, I cook a ribeye for 25 minutes and season it prior to cooking. I throw mushrooms in there too. Ooh, that sounds good. Actually, ribeye sounds great. I'm fasting because I ate and had lots of entertainment in Mexico. So I'm going to probably do a 36. Started today at 11. And it's easy. Got to purge all that salt and guacamole. Oh, some of those tacos are so good. I've been a natural MGTOW for 30 years since Big M, but only discovered red pill theory 2 years ago. I could have done it when I was younger. See, and that's what I'm saying, Big M. There's guys out there that have been living this life, but don't really know what the terms are called, or even know if there is people that were talking about it. Good to have you. Mag dumping is therapeutic. Yes, it is, brother. Hey, Rad, how long do you plan on holding your Bitcoin? I'm not selling it. Now, the reason I bought it back when was just, hey, if our whole world fell apart, blah, blah, blah. Crypto has its place in my portfolio, but a very, very minimal place. But I've got, I'm invested in all different areas, precious metals to good mutual funds to good indexes, so to real estate. But again, it's all a hedge, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think in the future, I think in the next couple of years, FJT, you're going to see more private based coins, just because they're in theory, they're not as confiscatable as some more of the popular ones. Did you guys hear that Ethereum founder just quit cryptocurrency because he was being potentially, people were threatening his life? Check it out. Ethereum co-founder just left cryptocurrency world, got rid of everything. Interesting. But yeah, I'm not going to sell it. Martha's Vineyard is very liberal. Nantucket is more conservative. JFK Jr. crashed, I think, on Long Island Sound on the way to MV. Oh, Martha's Vineyard. The Jackie Onassis estate is beautiful on Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, it sounds cool. You know what it sounds like to me? Like lots of cool little bakeries and high society bistros and things like that. But it's probably beautiful. Even the beach. Some say the thing they are putting in your arm is 99.9% graphene oxide, a nanoparticle. Ooh, something is weird, guys. I'm just going to say that. I'm trying to go shooting next month, so I hope the prices will actually stay down. Ooh, It's getting expensive, my brother. Beautiful life. My brother figured out this at 16, never got married, did have one serious relationship to have a child. Otherwise, he couldn't care less about marriage and live-ins. He is now 49, 50. Well, there you go, beautiful life. He's probably happy. Happy Canada's. What's up to you, brother? Got some Canadians in here as well. I discovered RP at 27, 30 now. Still young and thankful I saw the truth before I went down the blue pill suffering route. Yep. Well, remember, the plantation is close. You've got to continue to take your daily dose of red pill medicine. JR miners and silver are dropping. I'm eating for it to fall more and wait for implied volatility spike. Yeah. Interesting, John. And I know John is in that world. I have two friends with homes on Martha Vineyard. One is renting his home for almost $3,000 on a shingle. That seems low for $3,000 a week. I would think like $5,000-6,000 a week. But still, why not, man? Move, just get in the van. I'm wondering how much his mortgage is, but shit, get in the damn van. I don't know if I'm going to sell my house. I might just rent it out. By the time I'm in Mexico, the rents around here out of control. The real estate price is out of control. Might as well just hold on to it. Rent it out for $3,500 a month. Live for $1,000 a month in Mexico. Never ever touch anything. Vitalik Buterin is the guy who created Ethereum. The rich elite don't want any more members to the country club. They are willing to delete the competition. Ooh, well said. Well said, Barely Good Tennis. Celebrate, brothers. A red pill shows there is nothing stronger than a broken man who has rebuilt himself. Ooh, I like that, Saifu. Saifu, the man, the myth, the legend, an older man that's gone through it, gone through the marriage. How's his life at 65? He's having a wonderful life. That is a reality. You have to get beaten down. You've got to break your muscle down to move forward. It's the decision to build a better life. See you later, Red Mind Man. If you want to build a better life, you got to decide. You got to decide that, hey, what I did in the past didn't work. What I didn't do in the past made me unhappy, made my life miserable. Are you going to repeat those mistakes, or are you going to decide and carve out? You can carve out a new life at any stage of the game. Look at Saifu, 65 years old, started a brand new life. Is happier than he's ever been. Guys 25, guys are 45, guys are 40, 35, 55, 56, 57. You can build a life because the internal validation is more important than anything on the external. You don't need a lot to live. You don't need a woman to make you happy. A woman and a man, a woman can never make you happy. The only one that can make you happy is yourself. Okay? Ouch. That's something my life is all about internal validation. A happy life, a peaceful life. A life that's on your own terms is the only direction you should be going. And how you incorporate certain people is your test of how your life will turn out. Do you want them in your life? Great. Do you want to entertain and date and hang out? Make out? Great. If you don't do it. It's as simple as that. I would advise against marriage, whacked out long-term relationships, and cohabs with the majority of women. 98% are not recommended. What if I had made a video that said 98% of women are not recommended? Probably get flagged, taken down. That's right. Saifu says it. The red pill shows there is nothing stronger than a broken man who has rebuilt himself. That just sums it up right there. You have to go through something difficult to get to the point where you decide you're not going to do that shit again. Right? MGTOW Cowboy from Chicago. 86 degrees in Chi-Town. Is it humid or what? I think we're 91 here. I'm holding on to my Boston real estate, waiting for the crash to pick something up outside the city or New Hampshire. Gotcha. Go Boston. Boston is Boston's the coolest effing city. I'll tell you that. But geez, it's got to be so damn expensive to live there. As you said, $900K just for a starter house, right? I'm going to rent my paid off home and then get an RV for travel. That's my financial plan. Barely Good Tennis. There you go, brother. And you can rent. You can buy an RV you can finance it if you need to. MGTOW Mojo, how to protect our children from the poke. Rad, I was thinking about homeschooling my 2 boys. I hope they don't mandate this as a condition for them to attend school. It's nuts out there. My 2 boys are not poked, and I will fight for, well, the 20-year-old can decide what he wants to do, but he's conservative. He doesn't believe in it either. My daughter, I think, she's probably gotten it just because she kind of does not follow the thinking that I have. How about that? But how do you do it? Yeah, homeschool them. I think you can get out for religious reasons as well. Go join that Christian Science Monitor or whatever they do, and just become one of their members. And then say if anything happens, just say your religion bans this sort of solution. Ain't no solution. But yeah, I don't know what to do, brother. That's what I would do. Homeschool, pull them out of school if you can. Homeschool them, or just use religious liberty if you can use it wherever you're at. Have you ever been to the Caribbean? I have. Been to Curacao, Aruba, and Bonaire. Never been to like Jamaica or St. Kitts or Nevis or St. Thomas. Although I had a friend that had a bar in St. Thomas. He said I could stay at his house anytime I wanted. And I'm like, it's too far. I mean, it's not too far. It's just I'd rather go somewhere. Where I'd like to go is actually Puerto Rico. I'd like to check Puerto Rico or Dominican. FJT, an Asian girl I dated years ago, just contacted me. I guess it's true that Asian women love you for a long time. I don't think that is an error. FJT got a lot of the Asians. Someone told me this Asian gal in high school would tell me, when you go Asian, the party starts raging. Rad will make the red pill great again. Good to see you, brother. It's gotta be late out there in Eastern Europe, brother. Good to have you as always. I just quit my job because they tried to force me to get the needle. I just saw that, Happy Canada. I saw that today on the Drudge Report, that employers can now fire you, and it's moving that way if you don't get vaccinated. Wow. Can you, and those that aren't, in the healthcare industry, 60%, 40% of all healthcare workers are opting out of the jab. They're 40%. The ones that push you around in the hospital, like Mysterio, or nurses. They especially, I think a lot of nurses are liberals. A lot of doctors are liberals. Like probably a lot of the office staff are saying no, they're not getting it. 40%. Those are the latest statistics in my industry. What does it mean when a woman praises someone who isn't as good as you? I mean, to get a reaction from you. Any thoughts? A woman who praises someone who isn't as good as you. Attention. Wants to create drama and chaos. That would be my opinion. And if it's directed toward you, she wants you to react. In that case, I would go radio silent. They're very, very good at that. But maybe we ask a gal on the channel. Lisa, what does Lisa say to Big M's comment? My boss has been asking me to get vaccinated, but he can't force me because he needs me there. When people say, hey, Rad, have you been vaccinated? I said, of course. They don't ask me which one. But yeah, when I was little, I got the measles vaccination. I got tetanus shot, right? But it seems a bit, someone asks you that. Sure. They asked me if I got the current cocktail of,
whatever the hell's in it. Nope. Then I'd say, hell no. When did my body, my choice become my body, your choice? They tried to mandate anthrax in the Army in the early 2000s, but rescinded the mandate, so I didn't get it. Good for you. That anthrax is gnarly. I had a buddy that got, he was in the Navy. And he was in the Navy, and he opted out and got demoted like 3 stripes or something. I mean, he got out of the Navy, but yeah, they try to do that crap to him too. My body, my choice became my body, your choice. Well said. Well said. Did you get my email by chance? I did. I'm trying to think about that. Let me see what we can do. Maybe on our next stream, talk about that or do a video. But the pedestalizing of women is extremely rampant. Pre, during, post. Guys, the only one that should be on the pedestal is you. That's it. And your purpose. If you or your purpose is not on the pedestal, someone else is. Think about it. You be your own celebrity. Rad, do you drink coffee at all? I'm trying to quit it. I only drink coffee, black, no sugar, no tea during my fast. I probably won't have any today. I think it might upset. My stomach got a little upset. I probably ate the lettuce I ate down there at that Italian restaurant. Got me all whacked out. But I probably won't have. But usually I do have a black coffee during when I'm about 6 hours into a 24 or a 48-hour fast. Seems to speed up autophagy, they say, but that's it. I don't really like it. I'm not a big fan of the coffee flavor, but I do it just to suck it down. It kind of fills you up with the heat, but it has some good benefits to fasting, but just one. I usually go to McDonald's. It takes me like an hour to drink the damn thing, and I'm like, it kind of gives me not a big coffee fan. I do not order it wherever I go, but good for you. I have not taken the jab and never will. I'm in the control group of this mRNA science experience. There you go. Good for you. Yeah, let's see what we can work on. Big M, she's probably likely an attention 304. Yep, I would agree. Remember this, gents. Attention, negative or positive, is still attention. Press, negative or positive, is still attention. Why do you think Donald had so much negative press? What did it do? It just got him even more eyeballs, got him even more supporters. And I'm pretty sure that old Donald launched a bunch of that negative press. He did it himself because it was free press, billions and billions of dollars in free press. Brilliant. So anyhow, going back to that situation, a woman that seeks negative or positive attention is still seeking attention. A woman that can get you to react and get angry still gets attention. Someone's paying attention to me. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. It's still attention. And I think it probably happens both ways. But most men don't really seek that. There are some idiot douchebag men that like to fight with women, verbally. They like attention too. Needy type people. A lot of them raised by single moms, so it's probably a feminine trait that they picked up in childhood on a single mom or sisters or feminist type women like Copper Cab. If you guys seen Copper Cab on the YouTubes, it's 1:15. I was about to go to bed, but I got YouTube notifications, so I stopped to say hi. Always good to see you, brother. We'll try to do one earlier on Sunday. McDonald's coffee is ass. Hell, I don't really know what's good coffee or not. It's just I got to get it in my tummy when I'm fasting. You might like it if you have real homemade coffee. I got sick when I was 10 years old on coffee nips, those little candies, and it just takes me back to that day when I puked it all up. Okay. She reads my stuff online and gets bitchy about it. Well, there you go. She wants attention. I'm one of the only few in my state that doesn't wear a mask anywhere. They lifted the mask mandate a month ago. We've had the mask on here. It's probably since May. No, and I hardly see anyone wearing it. It's like flipped around. Now the people that don't wear them, and the people that do wear them, what the hell's wrong with you? Ridiculous. If someone did that to me, I would have to believe they did not think much about me, and I'd remove them from my life. It's childish. Big M, clearly she wants to devalue you. Not nice. There you go, Big M. Two ladies giving some good advice, right? So the reality is this. What's reality? Put yourself first. You realize that the decision to move forward with your life is the true act of the pill. Whether that's red or black or whatever, the reality is put yourself first. Put yourself on the pedestal. Follow your dreams. Do the things that we see these guys are doing. I'm glad these channels are helping people. They help me. You know, we all help each other, regardless of our color, the size of our body, the height, our financial background. We help each other. Understand this. And it's repetitive. It's got to be. We're too brainwashed and programmed. We have to literally push this as much as possible. So that's why you keep, people say all the time, you keep saying the same things. Hey, you won the award for the greatest memory on earth. Good for you. But the reality is this. The reality is we have to continue to work on our free throws if we're going to be a good basketball player. They've been playing 15 years. They still shoot free throws. Still practice with them. Why? Because you can lose it really quick. The human mind forgets very, very quickly. All right? Tell her that her opinion doesn't mean shit and to STFU. Absolutely. What is wrong with singles moms? Will the child grow with disadvantage? Usually, I think both parents should be there. Yes. Single mom made a bad decision and then blames the man for doing that. Single mom that got left by her husband is a different story. Or who is a widow. There are women that didn't want to be divorced. You know that? The men left them. Now, why the man left them, who knows? But there are women out there that wanted a marriage as well. I've met some. So be very careful. If you're a young man, you do not get with a single woman. If you had kids, then later in life, you'd probably be dating single mothers. Because you have kids and she has kids. And reality is, in my world, there's not a lot of women without kids. Met a few. Living life as a single man, living on your term, it's the way to do it. Men first. MGTOW Life is in the house. Good to have you, brother. Saifu was just saying that he is now free of the C word. We shout out to our brother in going through difficult health times. We are here to support you as well. Good to have you. Hope you're out on your bike. Help other men and quietly drop red pills. I agree with you 100%, but women won't get paid if they do that. It's daddy government. They will fleece anyone. I told somebody the other day, I go, every marriage is a threesome. What are you talking about? That's disgusting. You, her, and the government. Threesome. Did I lie? Nope. MGTOW Life with the big fist punch, FJT. How was your vacation, Rad? If I'm not mistaken, you were in Mexico. It was great. Wonderful time. Hot. Got a little upset stomach here the day before I left, but doing better. I had to go get a test. I swear they don't even test that crap in Mexico. The COVID test. You knew in 10 minutes, like it's negative. Come on. They're not testing that crap. They just throw that crap away and say you're negative. Why would they want positive? Then no one will go to Mexico. But it was great. Sound engineer. You should definitely visit it. I can't. Cebu Sisu Dlamini. She wanted to be friends with me and nothing more. All I did was leave her and she did the same. Now she's posting quotes and pics of herself on her social media saying like, she does not beg. Well, she's looking for attention. Where are you from? And yeah, where are you from? Brad, did you say 3 swings max in Mexico? Listen, when you go traveling, you have to be extremely careful. You guys hear about that guy in Colombia we talked about, right? People that get drugged up and robbed because someone put something in their drink. You got to be very careful. Where I live, almost all are women with kids. It's becoming that way out here in MGTOW life, that's for damn sure. I had a good ride today, rushed back home before the here set in. I took a swim, now I'm chilling. Good to have you, brother. Good to see that everyone's buddies in our chats. Single moms who blow up families are the worst things for kids. I only know one man who divorced his wife. He found out she was going to divorce him, so he filed first. Gotcha. It doesn't help our kids. Doesn't help our kids. I am from South Africa. My second name is Lloyd. Well, good to have you, Lloyd. How'd you find the channel? My friend's mom cheated on his dad. He got curious and asked her. She denied it. He still believed her after all the clues. One of my good buddies' mom cheated on the dad, and then she tried to get him back for 30 years, and he kicked her to the curb in the 80s when he found out. Gauteng, South Africa. Is that by Johannesburg? I'm doing well. Chemo 7 coming tomorrow, then a CT scan the following week. Good. Your body's probably getting a lot stronger with the chemo, isn't it? That first round probably knocks you out bad. Eric's Vermanis, what's your inspiration? You know what my inspiration is? I don't read a lot of biographies. I do. I mean, I like certain biographies. Like I like Michael Jordan's story. You know, I liked his hustle, and if you've seen the 10-part documentary on him and everything. But I don't really get off on that stuff. I like to see people. I like to hear people of same lifestyle and experience and how they overcome. I mean, experiences on each channel are really empowering. You know, people that have made it through things that I've been through. That's part of my inspiration to move forward. And it just all depends on what I'm into, right? So what I'm inspired about life is to really see the world, experience life, experience new opportunities, see and meet new people, experience new foods. That's what inspires me. Stay healthy, right? Good question, brother. Good to have you. If you're married, file first. Men first, file first. There you go. Especially in California, before that 10-year. So, who cares if someone doesn't like you? Go find someone who does. Very firm on that. Beautiful life. Laying down the true words. If they don't like you, beat it. There's other people on this planet. All the apartments and condos are full of single moms with kids. CJ talked about this one night. They're full of single moms with no bed frames. The blinds are missing pieces. There's crumbs on the floor, Captain Crunch spread all over, cat food, box wine, empty boxes all over the table, right? And like multiple packs of Twizzlers. To the guy who posted, she wants to be friends. Was that Big M? No, that wasn't Big M. It was somebody else. But that's reality, guys. I mean, the reality is this. Decide on what kind of life you want. And go for it. You navigate life on your terms about who you let into your life and what you let into your life. Your circumstances, the people around you, will define what kind of life you're going to live. So be very, very selective. You know? Be scarce. You're a scarce commodity. And the people that deserve to be around you should also be valuable and worthy to be around your scarce mentality. Don't let dipshits into your life. And that goes for women and men. Don't let people that are going to suck the energy out of you, follow your path and get out and do shit and change and learn to embrace change. And it's not easy. I know, I've been through it. Learn the risks and the rewards of being in relationships, right? There's no such thing as understanding everything. Everybody changes on a daily basis, men and women. Decide how you're going to allow your life to move forward. And who cares what you've gone through? The fact that you've gone through it makes you even stronger. You can do it. I've done it. Saifu's done it. John Boston's done it. And for sure as hell, stay out of the court system. Happy Canada, most of us here because we don't want the younger guys to go through what we did. I would agree. And a lot of young guys are still there opening up. They get it. A lot of young guys on the channels. And happy to see them. Happy to see them. But hopefully the programming is slowly getting out of them. Right? But there's still that part in all of us. There's still that part in all of us. That deep-rooted programming that wishes things were not the same or not how they were today. We all have that. I didn't get married to get divorced. I didn't get married to have a family to have broken up. What happened? And now we're letting guys and gals know the realities of life. The reality of life is this. Pick and choose very, very wisely and make decisions based on logic, not emotions, facts over feelings. Logic over love, guys. Love is just a concoction of 3 chemicals. Maybe there's a 4th chemical. Someone said there's a 4th chemical. But that's reality. As Lisa says, get rid of toxic friends. You'll breathe easier. Those toxic people could be your own brothers and sisters, your own mother and father, your neighbors, the people you work with. You are who you hang around with. You're going to hang around with miserable people, you'll eventually become miserable. You hang around with like-minded people, you're going to be that much more ahead. Right? We tell life. The deep-rooted programming society really took its toll on men, which sucks. We live in an extremely weird world, don't we, MGTOW Life? From the world we grew up. I think you're a year older than me. It's a weird world. It's a weird world from the Sony Walkman days. Sony Watchman days. We used to have Pong on my television set. Found out Pong was invented in 1972. I think we were playing Pong in 1980 on literally the television set. Remember that console? Where life has gone today. And it's amazing. In the last 100 years has been actually less than 100 years has been, electricity didn't get big till the 1920s, guys. Even into the 1930s. Electricity. Think about that. We're living in the first 100 years of the biggest shift ever in how humanity will live and or survive. It's crazy. But you're right. It took a deep programming on us. I found your channel recommended on my YouTube feed. And I'm from Johannesburg. Good. I am 20 years old, and now I feel like love isn't for me because I'm always being rejected. Well, only you can reject yourself. You got to think of the rejection that you're feeling. You're giving your power to somebody. Now you know that you're 20, you're my boy's age. You decide how you're going to maneuver by giving yourself the only validation you will ever need. You do not seek it from anybody. You'll never get rejected by yourself. Yourself loves you. Right? I think if I have certain standards of behavior, you imagine other people have the same standards. Well, we sure as hell hope so. Your trust level goes through the roof, or actually doesn't go through the roof when you become aware. You begin to trust very, very selectively, right? Hefe Salcero, hello, Red. I hope you enjoyed the Mex and you didn't get sick from your trip. I caught a case of the touristies after returning from my last trip there. I just got a little bit of the heat. you know. But I'm all good. Thanks, Hefe, though. Never ever bring your feelings into the picture when it's with women. Keep that out of it. I would agree. I would agree. I think if you have certain standards of behavior, you imagine other people have the same standard. I already said that. You got to find folks that have very like minds. After what my ex did to me and the kids was just horrible. I never expected that. Cannot believe how women don't see 5 feet in front of themselves. Feelings over facts is how women think, most of them. I remember Pong. Hell yeah, we do. Hell yeah, we do. Mysterio back in the house. Good to see you too, brother. Good to see you. We went from the first airplanes to landing on the moon in 66 years and electricity. I was just thinking about that. Just in Mexico, just thinking how an airport and electricity transformed a sleepy fishing village into a very amazing tourist destination. I mean, it's just crazy. Back then, how'd you get around? Boats, right? Boats would take months to get places. Playing AVIC 20. Hope your vacation was good. It went well, Mysterio. Hope everything's going good up in your neck of the woods. Got some Canadians in here. Playing VIC 20. Making smoothies while listening to the stream. Attaboy. Chronicles of AJ. No, people do not have the same standards, although they would be applauded if someone did the same thing to them as she did to you. Most people are so self-absorbed to see your pain. Well said, beautiful life. Well said. You have to be happy with the man in the mirror and surpass red pill rage before you can move forward. Wise words, Saifu. Wise words. Johan Wilder, women don't have to see 5 feet in front of themselves. Society clears the path and fixes anything they break along the way too. Ooh. Very, very well said, Johan. Where are you from, brother? Good to have you. Bada bing. People Magazine, Tom Hanks' son talks about how Tom has been abused by wife Rita Wilson and how he just takes it and says nothing. Interesting. I always thought that they had a wonderful marriage. So are you saying Tom Hanks' son? Is that the oldest kid that's not Rita's kid? I think so. You never truly know a woman till you see her in court. 100%. I thought I knew my woman after 20 years. I found out about her within 2 weeks in family court. Rival sons are doing Pressure in Time front to back in the fall. Nice. Love that friggin' album. What's wrong with posting their asses on social media? Guy, you should have seen the gals in Mexico, even the Mexican gals, shooting pictures all fucking day long in front of everyone. Like fish lips in front of 300 people walking in front of them. Posing with their friggin' booties out. It is an epidemic. They don't care. The transparency of being a 304 today, nobody cares. They don't care. It's like accepted. That's what's wrong. The acceptance of it. Focus on you, learn and build a business and buy real estate. Focus on yourself. Women will show up later. Well said, John. My ex regrets what she did, but she can't pull the pin back in the grenade. You can't make a Captain Crunch unsoggy after you put milk in it, right? Learn from these old men, Saibusiso. Jorn Verschoor, thanks from Holland. Good to have you, brother. Holland doesn't, who makes, what? I have, I think 2 generations, no, my great-great-grandfather's from Holland. Yeah. Interesting. Holland and Switzerland is, and Denmark. Do you wear, the wooden shoes, is that Denmark or Holland? But anyhow, good to have you. Always a pleasure to have you. Texas, one of the few decent states left, but libs are flooding here in masses. Oh, it'll be California, unless they secede. Were you a Smashing Pumpkins fan? Only on the originals, like the very first one. That guy shops at the antique store my aunt sells stuff at. Oh, Billy Corgan. Yeah, he's libertarian. Very eloquent how he speaks. If you watch, he was on Joe Rogan's talking about the music industry. Very eye-opening. I think there's a real awakening for opposite gender ahead. Have you noticed they've all that they fought for is being used against them? Yes, I love it. Allow the transgender to compete in whomever sports. You allowed this to happen, so allow the reality. Aren't we all equal? Right? Aren't we all equal? Pita sandwiches are great with protein and vegetables. Oh, I love pita, brother. I'm on my fast right now from 11 till probably 24:36. I don't know yet. I got to purge all that guacamole and tacos, all that salt. When I saw her in court, I was like, what the F are you doing? Man, when I saw her in court, I had no idea who the fuck she was. Actually, before that. I see so many chicks taking pick outdoors showing off in New York. Chronicles of Age 8, man, it's everywhere. Even the Mexican gals are doing it. You know? Love Captain Crunch myself. I also love, my favorite cereal is Golden Grams, but you got to eat them quick or they get all soggy. Heineken is from Holland. That's right. My great-grandfather is from Ireland. Irish. Lisa Smith, millennial generation, could never appreciate the concept of 1 hour photo. Man, I remember 1 hour photo. Remember Costco taking them, like when we first got married, we'd take them into Costco, they'd be done pretty quick. That was great. No excuse to be as heavy as one gets. Fasting works. Agree. The only rock music back in the day I couldn't stand was Courtney Love. I can't stand Courtney Love, man. That chick's a wacko. She's the original 304. Do women always take so long to text back? Depends. If you want to get her attention, don't text her. Wooden shoes, wooden head, and wouldn't listen. Wooden shoes is Holland. Wooden shoes, wooden head, wouldn't listen. Love it. If they are not interested in you, yes, they take forever. Next leaned you out. I don't know if it leaned me out, man. I just think my tan is hiding my butt and my gut. I feel like I got bloated down there. Bet you the cartels run the brothels. I bet the cartels run everything down there, but they stay out of it. I know that Cabo, they keep it tranquil. They're not into like messing around with the tourism. It's more like in Cancun. And I was talking to a couple guys down there. They're Mexican. And they were telling me like Chiapas and Michoacan and some of those sketchy areas. But yeah, that is fine. It's a safe place. Who cares? Just stay out of. Don't be a dipshit, right? Don't be a dipshit in Chicago. What we got here? One thing Sandman talked about: the cartel isn't letting feminism fly over. Oh hell no! And some of those women are cartel. They have women cartel that are as gnarly as possible. Red Robin, any good burger advice? The Bonsai Burger. Actually, all their burgers are pretty good. She says she's looking forward to seeing me. Well, know that she can cancel 10 seconds before she's supposed to show up, right? Got to figure out a way to detach from the dopamine that says she wants to see you. There's dopamine in that. Not knowing someone you were once close to is terrifying. It's not only terrifying, it is reality. Man. She knew me. I didn't know her in the end. Don't text back. It will make you look desperate if you text too much. Yeah, go watch Darius M's channel. Darius M gives texting advice for youngsters. Are there even any cartels? Oh, there's cartels. You don't mess with them. Now, someone else picks up the slack. It used to be Medellin and Cali, and then El Chapo. Now who? I don't know. El Chapo's brother. What's the difference between cartels and mafia? I think it's the same thing. It's just a different. I think mafia is more family driven, and I think cartel is more of a group think. I think there's family involved in cartels, but I think mafias are families, like that. What are they? The fucking families in Italian that hate each other. So cartels, I think, are location or geography based, or depending on how they do it.
Somebody always takes over the truth. Don't text back, Craig. Freddy Krueger. It seems like that is always a story. She knew me, but I didn't know her. Oh, man, I hear this all the time. 1% to 2% are worth it. Mafia was Italians, Corsicans, and Jews, and cartels are usually Colombians. Have you seen The Godfather? I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah. But, I mean, you know, yeah. You got to be safe when you're out there traveling. You really got to know what's going on. And not make stupid decisions. Have you watched Narcos on Netflix? I have. A lot of Colombia, I mean, I love Colombia. Colombia's a great place. The cartels are way the hell in the middle of the jungle. I mean, it's very safe. I think it's safer than Mexico. So, The Godfather is fake. Goodfellas is more accurate. I would agree. So that's reality, guys. Listen, I want to cut this stream off because I'm getting almost 2 hours. But you got to decide on the life you want to leave and how and who and what is going to be part of that. That's women, that's men, that's whomever. Get rid of the toxicity, work on yourself, rebel against defeat, chase excellence, chase your purpose, chase your only validation should be your internal validation. So rebel against defeat, chase excellence, masculinity, men first.